What is happening with CCIV, otherwise known as Churchill Capital, and is this merger with Lucid Motors actually going to happen? So what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you want to see more updates on the markets and what's going on around the world, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And let's take a look at CCIV right now. And I've been making some videos about them for the past few days, and on this potential merger with Lucid Motors, which in short, in case you don't know what that is, it's basically a luxury electric vehicle company. And just looking at this chart for just the day, like look at this gain increase, right? So for the past few days, it's been, hovering around 34-ish through $30-ish mark, and basically under the $35-ish mark. And then pretty much all of a sudden, if we go over here, you can just see this increase just for the day. It's really almost 50%. And then if you were to go back from like just beginning, let's say of February, for instance, let's go over here to February 1st. Yeah, like right around this area. So it was like what? Let's just do like 23, 24. I mean, just in a couple weeks, look at this, 130+% gain. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you might already know what's happening. But in case you don't, the main news, the reason why people are getting into CCIV is because of this potential merger with Lucid Motors. And if this goes down, this is going to be massive for Lucid Motors, because now that can actually project its way upwards and start competing with potentially Tesla in the future. But look at this right here, this actual article. Let's go check this out. So before that, let's just look at the Yahoo financials just to see like the numbers right now. So right now it's hovering around $50-ish mark. The market cap, you can see it's at 13 bill, which is absolutely insane. And just really quick, in case you haven't realized, but Lucid Motors, if this merger doesn't happen, this is not going to be good for CCIV. And remember, this is just my own opinion. Make sure you do your own research. This is not financial advice. But right now, the market cap evaluation is astronomical compared to the actual company Lucid Motors and what they've actually done. So in case you haven't seen, if you go to their website, I can actually pull it up really quick. So here I am on their website, Lucid Motors, and you can see here what the car looks like. And you notice that it says reserve now. So just keep this in mind in case you do not know about this company, is that they are just producing their cars recently, and they built a factory already in Arizona. And just remember, they haven't actually sold any cars yet. All right, to my knowledge. If they already have, let me know in the comments below. But from my research, they haven't sold anything yet. So in terms of the business evaluation, if the merger does go down, it's literally so big of a valuation on the market cap for a company that hasn't actually sold any cars yet. If you compare this to Tesla, NIO, XPeng, LI Auto, etc., pretty much the well-known electric vehicle companies in America and also China, they've already sold thousands of cars. Their market cap's already hundreds of millions of dollars. And Lucid Motors, aka merging with CCIV, it's already evaluated in the multi-billions, and it technically hasn't even sold a car yet. So just keep that in mind before you, if you're just new thinking about this is going to be, the next Tesla and whatnot. Remember that, just letting you know. But aside from that, let's go and check this out. So here you can see this article. This is all speculation. It's all rumors. It technically hasn't happened yet, unless something happens after I post this video today. But basically, as you can see, they roughly valued at 12 billion valuation, and then you can see this is a cool little version of the car they have here. But what I want to show is this actual article. It actually gives you really good insights. So here it is. Will CCIV and Lucid Motors merge? And unless you have insider knowledge, somebody on the inside, then you just have to wait and find out. Because at the end of the day, there's been articles like every single week coming out that you have yet to find out if it came out. People try to make, some sort of rumor come out saying, oh, this has happened, this is actually going to happen. Yet, officially, no one has any confirmation that is showing it publicly, right? Unless you do have resources, definitely let me know, link below. I can check them out. But until then, we'll have to wait and see. And I have this thing about, should I buy more CCIV or should I sell? Now remember, nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Make sure you do due diligence to your research. So here, in short, this is your own decision. But what they really are saying here is worst case scenario, And this is if you're buying at the top, you're going to take an L. If they don't merge, is that it'll go back to its normal $10 range, right? So like if we go back over here and you can see, maybe I'll make it larger, you can see it. The price is around basically the $10 mark. So it could, if the merge doesn't happen, I'm pretty sure you're going to see that thing just tank. It's just going to drop straight back down to its norm. And if you're buying at the top, and if this goes even higher when I post this to like some crazier number, then I mean, you're going to take a fat L if you bought at the top. So keep that in mind. That always be careful. If you are buying into this and you think of it long term and this actually goes down, then that's a whole different strategy. But if you're trying to just trade this thing short term and for some reason the news they don't merge, then if you bought in at this high points, yeah, it's gonna drop most likely. Again, that's my own opinion. I most likely think it's gonna drop, but if it doesn't, then I can't predict the future. Who knows? But this article does state that it's essentially it should drop back down to its like original support way at the bottom at around $10, right? So another thing too is by law they state that SPACs have to keep the cash raised from the IPO in trust and return it to its shareholders after 2 years if no deal is done. So again, there's some sort of like safety net. Worst case, nothing happens, but just keep that in mind. And then also, if like we were to check their actual Twitter, I always like to check this just to see like if there's any updates maybe I didn't see. And this is like their official profile to my knowledge. And again, nothing here, just says they're a luxury mobility company, etc. You can see here they got some new content here. So 1 hour ago, showcasing, you know, them actually working on the car. So I mean, it's good to see some visuals, see like what they're making. But at the end of the day, if they're not making any sales, then that's not going to be good, at least for today. Maybe long term, once they start making revenue or net income, that's perfect. But until then, it's all speculation. It's all short term. And these are all just promotional stuff here. But just keep that in mind in case you're like thinking this is going to be the next Tesla. You got to remember that Tesla's been out for years and they've gone through their ups and downs. They have massive factories and they can produce a massive amount of electric vehicles that Lucid would have to compete with, which is, I think that's one of the biggest struggles, I think, for these EV companies is just keeping up with the actual demand. So if they can do it, then yeah, that'd be very interesting. Because again, if you check out the main difference, in case you're not really seeing it between like Tesla EV companies, is that their main thing, and I've said this multiple times in other videos, is they're a luxury electric vehicle company. They're trying to target the customers that look for like Mercedes, Audis, the higher price vehicles. So you can see here that the starting price is basically $70,000. Teslas, I've seen there's rumors of one going sub 30, like 25-ish K or whatnot. I haven't seen the official pricing on that, but I'm sure Elon's gonna come out with a modern day Tesla that people can afford versus the higher premium 50, 100K plus ones. So that's something to keep in mind with Lucid versus like Tesla. Their mile range, that's like the biggest thing that they're stating. Because if Lucid can come out with an electric vehicle that allows you to drive much farther, then it could justify the cost of paying more for the actual vehicle. Aside from that, it's just you're just pricing it at a luxury price, but you're not getting any sort of benefit. Because based off these projected ranges, obviously these are the max. That Tesla obviously has their own miles per range too as well. And it seems like majority of electric vehicles, at least today, they go around like the 400 mile, give or take range. In between that range and 500-ish plus. So yes, unless we have an electric vehicle that can go like thousands of miles in one drive with one charge, then we're just gonna sit here and basically have to measure it from these points. But if there is a company that comes out with that, oh man, that's gonna be insane, because that seems to be what the CEO of Lucid Motors was talking about in terms of competing with Tesla. It's not about like the the branding and all that. It's mainly about the efficiency, like how far can you go, maybe even the battery, the speed of charging too. That's a big thing, because I know with NIO, at least in China, they do BASS, which is essentially battery as a service, where they basically swap the battery out, where you don't have to sit there and like plug it into like an outlet. And I mean, Tesla's tried that, but they didn't see much use for it in America. In Asia, it makes more sense. So Lucid, we'll just have to wait and see what they do. But again, going back to CCIV, right? If nothing happens, it's not going to be good. But let me know your predictions of what you think in terms of the potential merger. Maybe there's more articles that I just haven't seen yet. Let me know. And again, remember, if I go here to check this out. The market cap, it's a 13 bill plus for a company that technically, one, hasn't even merged yet, and two, they haven't even sold cars in comparison to the actual competitors like Tesla and the other brands that are currently building EVs as well. So just keep that in mind. But aside from that, if you guys did make it this far in the video, and I want to share with you this, how you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And all you need to do is go to the description below, click on that first link, and just sign up. And once you deposit $100 or more into your account, you will receive up to 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And this is a limited offer on Webull. So if you're not on Webull yet, you want to get some free stocks, go ahead and check that out. And if you use my link, I'll also receive 2 free stocks as well. And that benefits both of us. And aside from that, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit this like button, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe if you want to see more updates on the market. And I'll see you in the next video.